Let's be honest, going into the unknown and in the dark is scary. Even in a video game, there's something about the dark being lifted that's uplifting. Pardon the pun. In this video, I'm going to share at least 5 of my tips to make the depths less scary, starting with this one. I'm not sure how much you use this mini-map here, but the empty map is useless. Did you know you could bring up the map, change the level you're on, and then use the surface terrain to help guide you in the depths? Exit the map, and now you've got a more useful mini-map. I don't know about you, but I find this alone makes it a little bit more comforting. You may already know this one, but in case you don't, the shrines and light routes are connected. In fact, they share the same name, just reversed. Knowing one reveals the other. Knowing this information, I turned my dark map into something useful using the shrines I found in daylight and mapped out the unknown areas of the depths. By taking the time to do a stocktake of your map and build your own map of the shrines and light routes you visited, I've used this diamond symbol to symbolize a shrine. I use this person silhouette to mark the towers as well. What do you use? This makes it a lot easier to get a feel for how near or far your next light route is to help you see the light at the end of your tunnel. You can do this in reverse as well. Use light routes to mark your shrines, some of which might be hidden to the eye. Navigating the depths is kinda like going to the toilet in the middle of the night with a sliver of light coming through a window to give you a sense of direction. Sometimes you might be lucky having a few light routes close together. Other times you might need to make the most of these resources. You'll find these Zono stations have a range of equipment. Sometimes you have to fit the bill for what's missing with Zonite. You can use this air bike and attach a giant bright bloom. Just be prepared for the vehicle to take off and use recall. This machine is pretty awesome. I've got another Segway Air variant, which I'll leave linked in the description. This makes a lot less daunting and allows you to get to high places. This really does feel like a deep sea dive looking for the mysteries of the deep. James Cameron's jealous, I can tell. The other thing to note is that the surface landscape is mirrored, so low points at the surface are high in the depths, and lakes tend to be voids. These monsters in the depths are scary enough in the light, let alone facing them in the pitch black. Coupled with this is having limited heart being taken from you just by touching gloom, an apt name, said to be what you feel when you're kept indoors without sunlight or in wintertime. In case you didn't know, you can restore your broken hearts just by standing under a light route or going to the surface. Also, in the depths are pristine weapons of the decayed ones that you might find on the surface. The more broken ones you use, the more of these will be available as offerings by our soldier ghouls. They are also regenerated after blood moons. In Kokoriko village, you can buy a radiant outfit to brighten up the gloom and light up a bit of the dark. Oh, and bonus tip, it still works even at midday because this place is dark. You probably know that drawing your bow can attach bright bloom or giant bright bloom seeds, but what you might neglect is the cost of wasted arrows. Don't forget, you can press and hold R, press up and choose which bright bloom seed to throw. Yeah. There you go. Less scary. One other thing that's been useful is the climbing gear, especially going without machines. There are many cliffs to climb, and you'll find this in the North Hyrule Cave on the way to the Zonai geoglyph. If you found something useful in this video, hit the like, consider subscribing, and check this video on this Zonai machine. Happy exploring!